Decide. Ha?
Şerbet mi?
Kafamda.
Notera. Bana.
करोड़ों का नुकसान करवा के रवि अभी भी जिंदा है और आप यहाँ
modern days, these kinds of things are being looked at. It's never easy with a two-dimensional image trying to capture a three-dimensional situation. Having another look at it here, the third umpire having a long, hard look. What are your thoughts, Phil?
Well,
What are your thoughts, Phil?
I was sure that he had his...
What are your thoughts, Phil?
I was sure that he had his...
What are your thoughts, Phil?
I was sure that he had his...
Big like batsman now, Phil. You know that every day of the week. Big like batsman now, Phil. You know that finally you find me the play now. Finally you find me the play now. Coming back now. Being changed and coming back well. You see the influence of Phil at Barkstaff there. All he had to say is he thought it wasn't out, and obviously his boys carried through to the middle. And they said there's enough doubt there to change the decision. And that's interesting because I thought the soft signal was out there from the umpire. So the third umpire feeling conclusively that there was a little bit of ground or at least too much doubt there. And that the umpire's original decision should be overturned. So let's just scratch that one from the book. And there's now 9 for no loss again. After 1.1 overs.
Must have been a single as well.
They did get a run, didn't they? They did cross for one. And the ball was in the air. So that's 1 run to Shafkat, who's moved on to 10 for no loss.
Water chasing. Mohammed Imran again.
Start some arguments. Remember Michael Slater once in India, having a catch overturned and going absolutely bananas. Mohammed Imran again. That's well bowled outside off stump. I think we need to see more of that from the bowlers. Try and force these batsmen to play on the offside. I've seen a lot of cross bats locking today. Had a few good straight hits, but when you get the ball wide outside off stump, not quite wide enough to be called a wide, but just inside that, it forces the batsman to try and hit the ball on the offside. Well bowled again. Full outside the off stump. Again, wide of the off stump. Batsman hitting across it. And we're getting a lot of feedback that the people are getting itchy for a maximo, but we haven't had one yet. Of course, maximo, Spanish for maximum. 6 runs is the most you get off one ball in cricket, generally speaking, and that's for sending a ball over the fence without bouncing. Not to be the first German to hit a 6 at the ECL. He tries here, swings across the line. Shout for LBW. But not out. Look to be heading down the leg side.
I think there was a bet on it. At least I heard something.
Thought maybe a double noise. I think it was given leg wide, I'm pretty sure. But well, still, I'm giving you 9 out of 10 for your commentating, but 2 out of 10 for your umpiring so far, because I don't think there was any bet on that. The umpire agreed.
Is that like your maximum?
Well, I think it might be coming here as Wardak in waiting, just pushing away defensively on the offside. You've given it the big heave-ho, trying to hit one stump. And Harsha, Warner Kulasaria, backing up, and the earth moved as he took that and saved 4 overthrows. See this pushed away. Again, not the most aggressive intent from the German batsman. Mid-pitch conference now.
Last ball of the second over coming up. Imran.
13 for no loss. Been a good over from Imran, but can he finish it off? He swings hard. Shafkat. Only for a single though, almost taking out his partner Hamid Wardak, and that is the end of the over. The score at the end of 2 overs is 14 for no loss.
It's difficult with all the different formats you're playing during the year. Most of it is, of course, ODI. It's the 50 over match. So obviously, this is a 50 over match start, I would say. But
Here because they haven't given too much for the Germans to hit. A lot of the bowling's been more offside. And still we see these players persisting, trying to hit across the line, trying to clear the boundary, but not really getting the balls to do that too. As Jaffrey continues bowling his second and final over. Again, big swing from Ashcat. It's an inside edge, shy at the stumps from the keeper. Half an appeal, ironically, as that throw hit him as he was completing the run. So Shaka Ashraf back from the... Thought he was gone on the first ball of the second over. But he continues his innings and moves along to 5.
Moving Mohammed Jaffrey out. During the power play.
Pretty miserly here. That's a good Yorker on leg stump. Hamid Wardak backs away and squeezes the ball down to third man for a run. Again, singles in this pack. I mean, average scores of around 2 a ball. Anytime you get a single, I feel like it's a win for the bowling team.
Good change of field there because that's where the 4 runs went. And now there's third man, like that.
That's right, they've got deep 5-leg on the boundary. Jaffrey again. This is wide down the leg side. And wide called. I just love this part of the world. Even the umpires, there's no rush. He just turns around. He milks 2 or 3 more seconds on the camera and then extends the arms from the leg side wide. Haven't the umpires done a great job? It's a long day for them in the Spanish sun.
No siesta for them.
No siesta. 27 degrees still as we're 7:15 in La Manga, Spain, bringing you the European Cricket League Match 6. Mohammed Jaffrey. It's well bowled again. And there you go, Phil, outside off stump. Now there's nobody back except for the third man. So I'll be trying to hit that ball in front of point or around the point area with these small boundaries. We've seen people find and even go over the boundary on the offside. So I think you have to perhaps not premeditate so much and play the ball as you see it.
Always think about comfortable.
Been very good here, Jaffrey. Run for 12. Again, a big swing and another one he was trying to send into the dairy farm on the leg side. And that's sometimes a bit of a temptation for batsmen. They're very desperate to find boundaries and perhaps they're not watching the ball as closely. As he's got the big swing. But one thing's for sure, Phil, the T10 format, Brian Campbell was at 63 hits, but it's all action. Every ball there's something happening.
Absolutely, but they should make use of the offside.
What a power play so far with 2 balls left. Hindle only 17 runs. This time he gets some bat on it. Zainul Abdeen. We saw him drop a sitter earlier today, but apart from that, his fielding's been pretty good as he comes round to his left and saves 3 runs by keeping that to a single. And again, in this power play, we've only had one. So well done there, Zainul Abdeen. Saving runs for his team. So with 1 ball left in the power play, it's going to be Hamid Wardak. Can he get the Germans going here? It's up, it's high. Maximo! The first maximum for the day for SG Findorf off the last ball of the power play. And that takes them 4 for no loss up to 3. And Phil, that was sorely needed for the Germans.
Absolutely, and I really needed this Maximo this time because it was absolutely necessary after 3 overs. Germany is nowhere near a target that should be a problem for pressure.
That's right. I mean, we've seen probably the past score of 120 or more. That's 125. And we've seen the 120 scores chased down almost without a sweat in the earlier game. These boundaries, 50 metres, any
any ball you hit over the boundary is 6 runs for the batting team. If you can reach the boundary on the bounce, it's 4 runs. And boundaries all important in building these scores. It's a fantastic cricket ground. It looks like the captain is bringing himself into the attack. Ali Zahid. He got a bit of tap in his first game, 2 overs for 32, but I liked it that he was challenging the batsman, tossing the ball up, and his bowls gentle off spin. What do you think Shafkat will be trying to do here, Phil? And you're right, as he swings that away.
Come on!
On the offside, they'll cross for 1, and good fielding out there as it's kept to a single. Now that the first 3 overs is complete, the fielding team has allowed 5 outfielders. So that means in the circle we'll have 4 infielders and then of course the bowler and the wicketkeeper. So 11 take the field in cricket. Having more outfielders, just more protection. It means trying to hit those big shots, especially going for the sixes. If you don't quite get it, you can find the fielder in the deep, find yourself out in court. Ali Zahid, the Italian skipper. On the back foot, cut away. Well struck. The fielding done out there by Korea, and he's run out there. A miscommunication by the batsman as they completed 1 run, and they couldn't agree on the second one. And Ashraf didn't really have 9 lives, but on his second time, his partner sold him down the river. The throw came into the wicketkeeper, and he was run out.
Yeah, what a great fielding there as well.
Let's see what happened
Take a
here.
look again.
It was a nice pick up and throw, and perhaps there wasn't 2 there, as Hassan Ahmed, the cookie man, did the job, took the throw on the bounce. Slick fielding. We've said earlier that it's not easy to get 2s on this ground because of its small area. That time it was not too far from the fielder.
And it was Harsha Wanakulasiria
Very well said.
who threw the ball in. I mean, he was so sharp back there.
Harsha Wanakulasiria. He's a part-time wicketkeeper, and I would like to see him behind the stumps, but that time he's patrolling the outfield at deep cover, and he shows. Works a lot on his arms when he's in the gym. That one, no worries, on the bounce to the keeper for the run out, and that will bring Amar Khalid to the crease for SG Findorf. His first ball in ACL. Oh, and he went to charge, kind of in 2 minds. He changed his mind as the ball came down at him. Was able to scramble that back foot back in his crease, and sharp work there by Hassan Ahmad behind the stumps.
Amar Khalid is one of the big jokers of the team. He's very funny, but he should take this very, very serious. He's a strong hitter, so he can do something for Bremen right now.
I'm sure his heart will be pounding here. Batting for the first time in the ECL this time. It's pulled away and beats the fielder out there. Zahid Chima couldn't do anything about it. He was too wide as it came around, 1 bounce and 1 Rocanelas. 4 runs. And so what a confidence booster there for Amar Khalid, opening his innings with a boundary.
Well, statistically, he hits as many 6s as 4s, so he is a really strong hitter.
You might want to work, it's looking at the bowler when he's running in there. Pretty nice of Ali Zahid there to pull up as he saw the batsman wasn't watching. So let's see if he can double up here. Oh, and this time he backs away. Tries to work that behind points. And I think some of these batsmen, you've hit a good shot down the ground, owning the situation. It's not the time to get funky. Ali Zahid again. This time he cuts away. Oh, another chance for run out perhaps, as Fiaz Ahmed does the job behind point.
Hamid Barak also doesn't want to get out now cheaply, so that's why he called it back.
So after 4 overs, SG Findorf moved on to 30 for the loss of the first wicket. A run rate of 7.5. And some simple arithmetic would tell me that it'll be 75 if they kept going this rate. They'll be looking to score a lot more than that. See some sharp work there. Not happy with Hamid Wardak. He thought there was a run there. But perhaps Hamid Wardak wanted to be on strike for the next over, which we're going to see from Mohammed Imran. He's going to bowl his second and final over. His first over went for 14. And Wardak is a little bit pedestrian perhaps on his way to 16 with just the one boundary and 1 6. This time, charges down the wicket. Swing and a miss, and Wardak starts the over with a dot. Mohammed Imran in the first game went for 27 of his 2 overs, so a much better performance that ball, but he's been generally going for a few, and he's still to have a wicket. And you can hear in the effects microphones there the fielders, and particularly the wicketkeeper there, Hassan Ahmad, doing a great job keeping these fielders motivated, making sure they're hustling through the overs. You don't want any time penalties. You've got 45 minutes to complete the innings here at the European Cricket League in this T10 format. Mohammed Imran. Well bowled, straight on a good length, pushed out to mid-wicket, where Ali Zahid does the fielding. Now, it's a big call, Phil. What do you reckon Ali Zahid could be the Italian cricket's answer to Alan Border?
Maybe. I mean, the scouts just have to look out for some of these players.
Got the moustache and fields in the mid-wicket region. Wardak goes up, goes big. Maximo! All the way over the fence, over long off, and that was a fantastic cricket shot there by Hamid Wardak as he went up and away, taking on Zain ul Abdeen. But it was miles over his head, and I like this because it's more of a traditional cricket shot shape, clearing the front leg and going straight and true. This time shorter, cut him in half. Some good wicket keeping there from Hassan Ahmad to dive to his right.
We've seen that some batsmen can make a real impact within a few balls, like we've seen with the Brescia team and the Catalonia side. So Wardak probably needed these few balls, these few overs to get his eye in, and maybe now he can get something on the board.
Well, he needs to take responsibility now. There's a lot on his shoulders as another wild swing. That is the end of the over.
Then I would like to introduce you to the CEO of German cricket, Brian Mantle. So I'm going to have a break because otherwise it's too much Germany here. And you can ask him about the development of Germany cricket.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Philip Barkstadt, and we appreciate your input on German cricket. But yes, we're on it here to have Mr. Brian Mantle, who's the CEO of Cricket in Germany, and he's going to give us a few insights about cricket in Germany and the path of cricket in Germany. And firstly, Brian, welcome to the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you here.
It's a fantastic view from up here.
We'll just wait for this ball as Ali Zahid comes in, bowling his second and final over. This is punched away through the offside, and it looks like it was stopped there by the fielder with the boot. And if you want European football skills, look no further. So Brian, tell us a little bit about cricket in Germany and how it's developed over the last few years.
You think about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when Angela Merkel opened borders and allowed over 1 million refugees from countries like Syria and of course Afghanistan. Apparently 180,000 people from Afghanistan came. It seems the half a million cricket players, so the work has been extremely
Fantastic. This is in the air, it's a chance, and taken. So, Amar Khalid trying to join the party, but he wasn't able
골 없나?
as he swatted that one out to deep wicket. Harsha Warner-Kulasriya takes the catch, and the Germans lose their second wicket on the score of 40. And so Brian, as we wait for new batsmen to come to the crease, we'll have a look at this replay. Amar Khalid trying to go over the boundary, but didn't quite get the elevation, and safe hands there. We mentioned he was a part-time wicketkeeper, so safe hands there from the fielder for Chandra Brescia. So Brian, as we were saying, cricket in Germany on the up and up, and tell us a bit about SG Findorf from Bremen and their story and how they reached the European Cricket League this year.
Well, they're quite a new club. I met the married couple who run that club, Nisa and Motar, here about 5 years ago, meeting in Bremen. They said they had the idea to actually set up a proper cricket club in Bremen. Within a couple of years, they were probably the best team in North Germany, winning all the leagues. They set up women's cricket, youth cricket, and actually developed into one of the best clubs we've got in Germany.
What a fantastic story, and it just shows you how quick you can get an elite club up and running if you've got the interest in the personnel. Aziz Davotsi for SG Findorf facing his first ball at the ECL. He's tucked away behind square for a single.
Aziz is actually a very interesting player. He used to be the captain of the Germany under-19 team. He used to be a bowler who could bat, but he's become a batsman who can bowl over the last couple of years. Well, they've had him opening the batting actually because he's a big hitter.
Well, isn't it great? The cricket gives you that opportunity to have more than one string to your bow, and all-round is so valuable in this format of the game. As Ali Zahid comes in, this successful over. Down the pitch, Wardak drives handsomely to mid-off. Just the single. And Brian, in your role of as CEO of cricket in Germany, tell us a bit about your plans to get cricket more popular and further develop the game.
Well, we're focusing on developing the game, so not just about the clubs, but also women and young people. Trying to get as many playing cricket, so indigenous Germans, but for the last 2 or 3 years it's just been focusing on surviving and developing clubs based on the refugee situation. You know, they crop up on a weekly basis. At one point it was on a daily basis. And trying to get as many people playing as possible. We have a big target to get 10,000 people playing cricket. That would mean that we are eligible to become members of the Olympic Federation in Germany, which would mean, you know, a lot of funding.
Pass ball over here from Zahid, and it's up. No chance for the fielder. That's a Maximo to finish the over. Ali Zahid, very good over to that point, but that time was up and away to Davotsi, and he hits his first 6 in ECL cricket. And at the end of the over, that brought up to 50 for SG Findorf, and the score is 50 for 2. And that would warm your heart there as you see Aziz sent one over the ropes.
I told you, he can hit the ball very hard, and he's got a very good eye. He's a very fit person, and he's an excellent fielder. And like a lot of the Afghans who come to Germany, very fit and have a very good attitude, very ambitious.
As we see the 7th over about to commence, and it's going to be Zahid Chima, who's a bit of a death bowler specialist. We've seen he's been very good in the field, often patrolling the long-on region. He's going to get his chance with the ball now. It's going to be Hamid Wardak. He's been anchoring this innings. He's up to 24 off 16 now. That's a strike rate of 150. Is nothing to be sneezed at, but in this format of the game, he probably needs to go and try and accelerate that strike rate. He's on the move. A big swing, and you talk about telegraphing. He was off to the races there, taking 3, 4, 5, 6 steps down the pitch as the bowler was running in. Now, Brian, just tell me a little bit about, personally to you, what does it mean to be a part of this European Cricket League inaugural event, and how do you feel personally?
Well, I think it's an incredible opportunity for us to present ourselves, to present cricket in Europe. It's obviously increased the motivation of a lot of our best clubs and best teams in Germany, but it's also the opportunity. We were there, and I spoke to Daniel West at the beginning. It's a very exciting idea.
Chima in again now. Hamid's, if he would have been able to stay in the field of play, so what does this conclude and stay inside the field of play? It's well bowled by Chima. It's full. The Yorker length had to be dug out by Hamid Wardak. And yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it, Brian? You can see this snowball effect where the cricket is played. That the it's well bowled there. Towards
Out by 0.05 on net run rate from taking the year after.
and a good over here from Chima. The last ball now. That over. There were 8 scored off it for no wicket, but the 6 of those could have easily been a wicket. So you've got to take it out to Zahid Chima, doing the job for his team. The score moves along for 58 for 2 wickets at point, but the third umpire ruled that it was not a fair catch. He came out, but then was to bowl his leg spinners. Short, hit in the air. Has he got enough? Maximo! 6 runs. Welcome to the crease, Mohammed Iqbal. As he drops short, and there's your boy there, Aziz Dawatsi, clearing the boundary. Brian, that didn't look like it was off the middle of the bat.
He's got a lot of power, you should see his muscles.
Let's see if he tries to repeat the dose as Iqbal comes in. And he does, but it's high. He hasn't got it. The fielder's underneath. And caught. So Aziz Dawatsi trying to repeat the stroke. A great cricket there. You've got to take it out to Mohammed Iqbal. As he gave a bit of flight again, it was well pitched. Mohammed Imran taking the catch. So a handy contribution there from Dawatsi as he scored 16 off only 6 deliveries. And
How many overs left? 3 overs left, less than 3 overs.
that's right, we're into the 8th over now. So we have 16 legal deliveries left in the innings. And that's good reward for Mohammed Iqbal. He took 1 for 21 off his 2 overs in the first game against Catalunya. The batsman didn't cross, so Hamid Wardak will be on strike and will be hitting with the spin if he goes to the leg side here off that leg spin delivery. Short push through and misfielded there by Shahrukh Nawaz at backward point. He stuck down a hand in hope, but wasn't able to stop it, and that's 4 runs. And again, Brian, another boundary for SG Findorf, and they need all they can get at this stage.
I think they do because Brescia in their last game, they looked to be a very strong batting attack.
Yeah, well, they have been pretty strong in both facets of the game. Mohammed Iqbal comes in again, flighted. Down the pitch was Wardak. Just finds the cover fields when they'll scramble through for a single. The new batsman, Farouk Amiri, for SG Findorf, 31 years of age. It's his first time at the crease in the ECL, so he'll be very keen to make a good impression on the global stage. We hope you're enjoying the ECL here, match 6, wherever you're watching us around the world. On behalf of the European Network.
No, dude.
Next ball is pushed away, so Farouk Amiri gets off the mark, his first run in ECL cricket. Now, time a factor. Looks by my watch that Brescia will have to start the next over in the next 2 minutes, so pardon me, they'll have to get through the next over in 2 minutes or less. So there could be run penalties here for the first time. Wardak this time down the pitch. Again, seems to like the charge. Sometimes goes a bit early and gives the bowler a chance to adjust, but that's the end of the over. And the score 71 for 3. And Brian, I just want to thank you here on behalf of the team here at the ECL. It's fantastic that you're a part of it. And we appreciate all that you're doing to develop cricket in Germany. You obviously have a personal passion for the sport and want to see the game move forward.
Thank you for the opportunity and keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, Brian. As we now come to the conclusion of the innings, we're going to see Zahid Chima, the death bowling specialist, Got 8 off his first over. Zahid Chima, he's been good on the boundary.
बहुत अच्छी है.
I tell you what, 39 years of age, looks good for his age, doesn't he? Playing cricket makes you look younger. Welcoming back Philip Buckster. This one's up, it's high. I don't think it has the legs. Nawaz is under it and takes the catch. Great fielding there from Shahrukh Nawaz on the deep mid-on boundary. And Hamid Wardak, after a very credible innings of 37, falls on his 25th ball, caught in the deep, and that's more reward there for Chima, who I think, Phil, deserves a wicket. He's bowled very well.
Yes, absolutely. He's bowled really well, and to adjust to a 10-10 is never easy, but he's done really, really well. And so, and of course the catch was not easy at all. It was very much up in the air.
Well, there's no easy high catches, I think, because at this time of the day that the breeze does swirl around, and of course the thought of the ball coming towards you from the sky with millions of people watching it over 100 countries around the globe, you've just got long enough to think all about it. But Zahid Chima will be very happy that Nawaz was able to pull that one in, especially after the hijinks last over where a ball was dropped over the boundary.
The new batsman is the captain, by the way, so it might be a captain's innings to finish off the game.
Iftikhar Khan, the new batsman. Chima in. It's off the pad. Amiri scrambles through for a leg by. And what can the captain pull out here with only 10 balls remaining? What sort of a score do you think they'll be aiming for from here, Phil?
Well, if they get the extra 5 runs for the penalty, because they haven't started the last over within 40 minutes, it's 5 on top, 77. Well, you could still look at 90.
Yeah, they'll take them where they can get them, that's for sure, the German team. This time down the wicket, Iftikhar finds Zain ul Abdeen at long on. Iftikhar Khan, the skipper, 38 years old, originally born in Lahore, Pakistan. He's been playing in Germany for 10 years. Some of his favourite players is Glenn Maxwell, Saeed Anwar, Wasim Akram and Virat Kohli. And there's some fantastic names among that list to have as heroes. This time it's up, it's high. Does it have the legs? The fielders converge. And it's 6 Maximo. Ali Zahid, the skipper, went all the way back. He's looking directly into the sun. It was a very difficult catch and just didn't quite have the length in the arms to locate that ball. And geez, that would have been the true cricket eclipse as the ball took its place in the sun. But a sorely needed boundary there for SG Findorf.
Somebody walking in front of the side screens, distracting the batsman.
It's just the captain there, not really wanting to risk one of the digits there and stick out the hand in hope. He just gave that one up. It was over his head. The boundary was 1 metre longer. I think he would have had a chance to catch that, but Chima just can't take a trick. It's well bowled, full in length, looking for 2. Zain ul Abdeen does the fielding. Iftikhar looking to come back for 2, but it was never on. And so just the single. We'll hand it back to Farooq Amiru. And yeah, I think you're right, Phil. We might see some penalty runs here, so we could add 5 onto the totals. That's effectively 85. They could get close to that 100 figure, which is definitely defendable. Last ball of the over. Swung almost off his feet to deep backward square leg. Ball's picked up there by Ali Usman. And that brings the end of Chima's spell. Very respectable. 1 for 17 off his 2 overs, including 2 maximums that could both quite easily been wickets. So you take that off, it could have been 3 for 5, Phil, but that's the way the game goes. It's a batsman's game, and those little incidents can have such a big bearing on the direction of a cricket match.
So it's 81 for 4, and the skipper Iftikhar Khan. He has to take responsibility now if the total should come up to 100.
And have Mohamed Iqbal again with his leg spinners. Only 6 deliveries remain in this innings of SG Findor. Down the pitch, swung away. Chima's off after it. They'll cross for 1 and that's all they'll get. Good work there by Chima. Been really impressed with Zahid Chima. Not only with the ball but in the field. He's been very solid, covering the ground. Has saved his team half a dozen runs in the field today, I think. It's so important you can contribute in that facet of the game. It's up, it's high, it's catchable. Fielder coming around, it's got the staggers, and it's dropped. And it was never going to be easy as that one came down from the troposphere, and he couldn't do much about it. Whereas our man there, Fiaz Ahmed, unable to get his hands around that one. It was high, it was up there for years, it seemed like. Quick ball this time. Swung away by Amiri. Looking for 2. Chance for run out, surely. And out there. Going for the second. Farouk Amiri. The 31-year-old almost getting lapped by his 38-year-old captain, Iftikhar, who is very keen to come back for the second. I suppose at this stage, Phil, you have to try get every run on offer.
Yeah, maybe. But now a new batsman is coming in. If he's not an absolute cracking beginner when he starts batting, then it's always handy to still have the old batsman in. And running between the wickets now doesn't help much. I mean, I remember that the world record of running between the wickets is 18 runs done by W.G. Grace, but that was before there was the rule of lost ball, the high grass.
That's right. He made his own rules, I think. Maybe that was a strategic move by the captain there. He wanted a new batsman. It's Sattar Darwesh facing his first ball out. Has a big swing to the leg side, but beaten outside off stump. So only 3 balls remaining now.
Even 2 now.
2 to come, actually, yes. Short, swung away there by Sattar Darwesh. They'll get 1. And so with 1 ball remaining, Findor 86 for 5. Now there's every chance we might see some penalty runs here, perhaps 5 penalty runs for a slow over rate, which could boost their total into the 90s. But first, the skipper, Iftikhar Khan, facing the last ball. Tries to hit it and has gone for 6. Off the fingertips.
Maximo!
That's right, Philip Bachstad. I said you can have the last one if it comes. Don't we love the Maximos here at the European Cricket League, as the skipper Iftikhar Khan sending that one over and just a fingertip on it, but couldn't get over the ball to keep it in the field of play. So 6 Carreras, 6 runs to finish the innings.
6 Punkte oder 6 Läufe.
I was going to ask you the German.
Yeah.
Phil?
6 Läufe.
6 Läufe.
That's it.
And you do have a skill with languages, Phil, commentating in your 2nd or 3rd or 4th language, whatever it is. You're a very talented guy. We appreciate your insights into the German team. So they have ended up hitting a total of 92 for 5 off their 10 overs. Again, a very entertaining innings. It took a little while to get going. In the power play, they only scored 24, including a 6 off the last ball of Mohammad Jaffrey's 3rd over. And they were able to lift themselves to what I think is a reasonably competitive total.
Yeah, we're still interested to hear whether there are actually 5 penalty points, but we're not sure yet. The umpires and scorers still have to decide on that.
That's right, the match referee will have the final say. Sometimes they do make allowances if there are particular incidents which have slowed the over rate down, such as injury or something else of that nature. But one thing's for sure, the Germans, they've gotten into the tournament in a big way. They've put a score on the board. We just don't know what sort of strengths they have with their bowling. Once you get a score on the board, the batting team do have to get them, and so can put pressure on the batting team if you can have a couple of quiet overs. They watch that required run rate build. I mean, needing 9 plus an over even from the beginning, can't be mucking around.
Well, but we've seen with Brescia, they were chasing 118 against Catalonia, who have basically the home right in Spain, and they almost easily got them in the end. There was a little bit of a hiccup in the middle, but at the end it was a clear win of Brescia. I mean, in the first over, Jafri Mohammed hit 2 sixes and 1 4, so for the German side, they definitely hope that this is not going to happen now. Let's see what bowling they come up with. One of their best batsmen, Hamid Wadak, is also a very handy bowler. He's got most wickets at the tournament, the international qualifier for the T20 World Cup in Guernsey. And it's time for the highlights of the first innings. Vin.
That's right, thanks Phil. As we see the SG Findorf innings, took a bit of time to get going. Now there was the disputed catch. It looked like, to me, a fair catch, but the third umpire had the final say, and the batsman was called Shafkat. That time the Shy coming in from point. Hamid Wardak got going in fits and starts really. This was Harsha Wanakula Surya, big mix-up for the first wicket as Ashraf was run out. That brought Amar Khalid to the crease. Big hit there from Wardak. Again, safe hands. Wanakula Surya showing his talents in the field, pouching that one a deep mid wicket to go along with his run out.
He really did a great job in the field, Harsha.
Does very safe hands and a good strong arm. As we see, that one was dropped on the boundary by Nawaz, and it went over for 6. Just wasn't able to rein it in. Then it was more swings. Big scores, 6s and 4s. That's what T10's all about. That one was cut away to the boundary. Mohammed Iqbal. Bowled pretty well, but still conceding the odd boundary. This one was up in the air for miles. And fantastic catch there by Nawaz that time, making no mistake.
Yok daha da varmış.
So Zahid Shima bowled very well without luck. That one, the captain, straight in the sun, couldn't do much about it. This one, if there were clouds in the sky, it might have brought rain. Fiaz Ahmed wasn't able to pull it in. Had the look of why me on his face. And in the final over, Germans trying to scramble for every run possible. Saw the run out of Farouk Kabiri. And a big Maximo to finish. So with the Germans scoring 5 for 92, it's confirmed now that there have been 5 penalty runs for a slow over rate, which will be added on to the German total. Of course, the fielding team only has 45 minutes to complete their 10 overs. They were 1 over short, so the penalty runs will take their final total to 97 for 5, and confirmed there on the scorecard. So Hamid Wardak, the standout performer for SG Findorf with 37 off 25. He had some assistance from his partners without anything too much of note. Aziz Devorzi came out and hit a couple of long balls to score 16 off his 6 balls. But in the end, 97 for 5. Philipp Bachstadt, former German international. Do you think that's enough?
Well, after I've seen Brescia against Catalonia, I think they are mentally extremely strong. They had a little hiccup in the middle order, but the openers were absolutely magnificent. We've seen some non-existing running between the wickets, but we've seen some massive 6s.
And going through the bowling figures there for Jandra Brescia, Mohamed Jaffrey, the all-rounder, opened the bowling, 19 conceded off his 2 overs. And there you see, like, not too much in the wickets column, but some good economy rates. I think anything under 10 is very good. Mohamed Imran conceding only 12 of his 2 overs. And if you can concede only a run a ball in this format of the game, I think it'd almost be my pick of the bowlers, Phil.
I really am interested. We've seen quite a few sixes going through the fingers of fielders standing at the boundary, or we've seen fielders almost catching it or catching it and then stepping over. What is your hint as a former pro? What is your hint in terms of what to do if you catch it and then are afraid to step over the boundary?
I'll give you my thoughts after that. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back here to the second innings of match 6 in the European Cricket League. On behalf of the European Cricket Network, my name is Vinny Sandu here with former German international Philipp Barkstadt. The first innings saw SG Findorf, the German T20 champions, amass 97 runs off their 10 overs. We're about to see the chase for Janjua Brescia, led by their captain Ali Zahid. And we'll see if they can score the 97 more than the 97 runs required to win this game. Now, Philip, to answer your question from before the break about what to do when you're on the boundary and the ball's coming towards you, I think your priority needs to be to know where the boundary is the first priority. And the second thing is you do have to catch the ball. We've seen sometimes people being not that conscious of watching the ball into the hand, getting the middle of the hand on the ball. I think you need to try and watch the ball, take the catch first, and then you can get funky if you need to, throwing the ball back into play, or you see these days the modern players throwing it to a teammate to complete the catch. But it certainly has introduced a new element to fielding the game with these small boundaries and shorter formats. It's just a new skill set required, but it's definitely an exciting part of the game. And wouldn't these players be excited to be playing on these fields with these dimensions, where these opportunities present themselves to pull off that sensational catch or bit of fielding that can really turn the game in their team's favour.
And another new part of the game is, of course, when you're saving a normal 4, when you're saving a boundary, that another player comes to help you. This teamwork, that has never existed in like 15, 20 years ago.
That's right. It used to be quite the strategy to make sure that you didn't have to be the one chasing it to the boundary. But now sometimes you see 3 or 4 of them going after it. Being a wicket keeper, off and just left that to the fielders. Off you go, mate.
So there is Bremen Cricket Club, Findorf, near Bremen, coming onto the pitch. The others, Brescia, are chasing 98, so Findorf, Bremen have to defend this total, which wasn't the problem for Brescia against Catalonia, but maybe the bowling attack of Findorf will be good enough to keep the runs down.
Yeah, I think it's advantage Brescia here. The Italians clinically chased down the target of 119 in their first game against Catalonia, who in turn were very strong in their first game against St. Petersburg. So I think it's advantage Brescia here. They've shown they can chase these kinds of totals before. And these openers are the key though. Mohamed Jaffrey and Fiaz Ahmed, they got them off to a great start in their game against Catalonia, so a lot's on them, but we know, Phil, and we've seen it all day, these T10 games, only 60 deliveries for each team in the game. 1 or 2 deliveries can change the whole ebb and flow of a game, and sometimes you just don't know which way the game's going.
They were exactly the right batsmen for the power play, where you can only have 2 fielders outside the circle, and if they repeat what they've done against Catalonia, then it's going to be tough for Findorf.
So we've got Hamid Wardak. He opened the batting now. He's going to open the bowling for the German team, SG Findorf from Bremen. What an honour for these guys to be representing their club and country here in the inaugural European Cricket League. We hope you've enjoyed all the action today. We had 6 games of T10 action. conclusion of the first day's play, we'll see Lesher attempting to chase down a total of 97. So 98 is their target. All in readiness now. Wodak, left arm over. The Afghani-born player raised in Pakistan. Hand swing the ball, Wodak. In now for the second innings. It's up, it's high, in the air, and Maximo! Saints Canela, 6 runs, and what a start to the innings from Mohammad Jaffrey. We've seen him do it with the ball, now he's doing it with the bat again. Kind of an edgy kind of a stroke, but no third man back there, so very safe. All the way over the boundary for 6.
Against Catalonia, he scored 2 sixes and 1 4 in the first over. Let's see what he's up for now.
38 off 15 he scored in their previous match. Next one's Fuller, tucked away. They'll get one. And Fiaz Ahmed, someone told me his nickname is the Refrigerator. And he looked set just for the single. And he'll take strike, and Fiaz went crazy in the first game on a 6-hitting bonanza. He scored 34 off 16 balls.
Not many singles.
Oh, it's a good ball there from Ami Bordak, going across the right-hander. These left-handed opening bowlers, you often find, Phil, that try and shape the ball back into the batsman, but the odd one just kind of holds its line. And you can see that one there. Anything moving away from Fiaz Ahmed.
It's a late swinger.
This one's full, whipped off the toes, and that's 4 runs. Oh, the Refrigerator keeping cool here at Lamanga as he sends that one to the boundary for 4 runs. 11 for no loss after only 4 deliveries, and not a great ball there by Wodak. It was too full, asking to be hit. No problems.
Did you make this nickname up?
I was told by someone at lunch that he's known as, maybe it's the F, the fridge, Fiaz Ahmed. And Wodak, it's up, it's in the air. No one's back there. It could be. It is a Maximo. So Fiaz Ahmed doesn't find a boundary. That time going over it. And no one back at deep in wicket. As he whipped that one over the infield, over the outfield for 6 runs.
Hamid Wadak not looking happy.
Last ball of the over. It's a good comeback there by Wodak. He was up in the block hole. And he throws the ball aggressively to the wicketkeeper, Fakar Ahmed.
Might be a broken finger.
Well, as a wicketkeeper, it's a bit unfair sometimes when the bowler takes it out and you're like that.
Have you had that in your career?
I've had some angry throws back. Normally they're very close to the batsman if you're up to the stumps, and then it's your job to stop it. Don't get a lot of time to have a look at it when they're throwing from half a pitch away, but it's going to be the captain to bowl the second over, Iftikhar Khan. The first over going for 17 runs, so the required rate of about 10. They're well ahead of the rate. They'll be trying to get that 10 and over, which will see them home up or above that rate.
And the captain now taking responsibility in the power play.
Iftikhar Khan finished on a high as he sent the final ball of the SG Findorf innings for a maximum. Now it's his turn to do his bit with the ball. This is short and down the leg side. It will be called a wide by the umpire. So when you've only got 97 runs on the board, really don't want to be giving too many extras to the batting team. Makes their task all the more difficult to try and restrict them to under that target of 98.
Current run rate of 18.
It's well over the 10 and over required. This is a full toss, up and away, a Maximo. 6 runs to Mohamed Jaffrey. And you know what? The curators put all that effort into the pitch. Why aren't the bowlers using it? Those full tosses. They're just asking to be hit. Didn't he come to the party, finding the middle of the bat, sending it over the spectator tents?
Well, Brescia already had one 10-10 today. For Findorf, it's the first game of the day at 7 p.m. So we discussed about this earlier, whether it's good or bad to have one game or two games a day.
Well, Findorf still finding their feet as this is attempted swing away on the leg side. Does not connect. And a dot ball, and dot ball so valuable in this format, especially when you're defending a low total. It's a good comeback there from Iftikhar. Using the facilities this time, hitting the back pad of Mohamed Jaffrey. The skipper again, in. It's short, it's up, it's in the air, and over. Maximo. 6 runs, again the second of the over. Mohamed Jaffrey, he is a 6-hitting machine.
The German team will not like that. Fans at home are waiting for the miracle to happen.
Well, you know, when you're heating up, it's a good idea to go have a chat to the fridge to cool down. As he's facing his next ball, it's up, it's high, it could be over, it could be up. It's Maximo over the central commentary position, high, straight and handsome. And another 6 runs to Mohamed Jaffrey.
Excuse me, Director, I'd like to have a helmet.
Well, we might need to get a helmet up here because I thought that was coming our way. You'll see our position there just above the side screen as that one sailed over our heads into the fence behind us. New balls, please. The next ball's up, away, back to back, Maximo. Another 6 runs, and it's raining 6s here at the European Cricket League as Mohamed Jaffrey, 6, 6, 6. And in fact, there's been 4 6s in this over now.
You know, Germany always has trouble playing Italy. Always.
It could be their Achilles heel. And the skipper taking a bit of punishment. This is up, away. Can you believe it? Maximo! Mohamed Jaffrey putting on a show for the crowd here at La Manga, Spain, as he sent 2 balls over our central commentary position. And if I'm not mistaken, that is 5 6s for the over, plus a wide. So 31 runs coming off that over, and after only 2 overs, the score is 48.
Do you sometimes think that we are the target?
Well, I think they heard we needed a helmet up here. And do we need one? Because that's 2 balls that come perilously close. Now deflating for the skipper. He sent the last ball of his batting innings over the rope, and then he's just been hit for 5. 5 of the best.
But you just shout them down with your Maximo.
Oh, I tell you what, we're a bit short of the Maximos in the first innings. It's a great part of the ECL, bringing the action, whether you're a cricket novice or an experienced cricket viewer. We hope you're enjoying the action here in this 10-over format. All action all the time. New bowler, Isra Khan.
Brescia need 50 to win of 8 overs.
Now, they look like they might be in a hurry because the pool might close at 9. Isra Khan, a good start, leg spinner. Outside the off stump. No contact. But we've seen that Fiaz Ahmed, he likes to have a go. Can hit a long ball. This one is swung away on the leg side. It's well fielded by Wardak down the deep square leg boundary. Rockets a return in, only the single. Oh, I tell you what, I thought the oxygen mask might fall from the ceiling there, Phil, for a second, because the full-blown emergency up there were balls flying everywhere. And again, Mohamed Jaffrey goes Maximo. And now he has matched the double end Mohamed Mughal from earlier in the day, hitting 6 6s in his last 7 balls. And He has raced towards his half century. Whoa! Next ball now, pulled away to square leg. The fridge says, I'm just going to watch from here, thanks, Mohammed. And so no run. He's 43 off only 10 balls. Down the wicket this time, it's up, it's in the air. Fielder coming around and spilt it. And looks like Ahmad Khalid down there wasn't able to hold on, and if anything needed to go SG Findorf's way, that was it.
There was a lack of communication there between the fielders. They should always call, but they probably didn't.
And giving a life to this opener with the kind of form that they're in, it's really unforgivable at this stage. It wasn't an easy chance by any account. Looking into the sun, running with the flight of the ball. They're just checking on whether this was four. It looked okay to me, but 0 for 2 today in decisions. Yeah, it looks like he just gave a little, what do you call that in ballet, that move? Pas de deux?
Pas de deux.
Showing my knowledge of all the sports there, if ballet can be considered a sport. I know you're a very cultured individual, Philip.
Good. He stays with the decision.
All good, so no boundary there. It's going to be the refrigerator. Fiaz Ahmed. He goes up. Chance, Wardak. Wardak catch! Hamid Wardak on the deep wicket boundary. Having a life of the ball before, but Fiaz Ahmed, the refrigerator, tried to go long. He didn't get all of it, but Hamid Wardak made good ground, going a good 15 or 20 yards to his left in no time at all. Full length dive, and Germany have their first wicket in the ECL, and what a way to take it. Philip Buxton.
That's definitely the catch of the day so far. It's an amazing catch, an amazing effort, and not many fielders take these, but he went there full risk and took the catch, which is a great breakthrough at this stage, because obviously Fiaz Ahmed, he was again in full swing.
Well, it looked like he was just about to try and match the heroics of Mohammed Jaffrey, but on that occasion he only holed out. What a catch. And perhaps if we could be critical today, the fielding hasn't been of a great standard. Sometimes those high balls, of course, never easy with the wind swirling around here and all the pressure to hold on to those catches. You've got to be firstly in the right place and also have the correct technique and to keep that ball in those hands. Mohammed Wardak showing how it's done there. And we've seen with these T10 games that the games can change very quickly.
It's Sata Darwesh bowling from the Acacia's end. And he's one of these Afghan refugees that came over, and he's a real fast bowler. He's bowling up to 80 miles an hour, 135 kilometers an hour was measured. So let's see how they face real pace.
Yeah, in the 80s, so yeah, we're mid 130s is about 85 miles an hour, so that's bowling at a good clip. Gives the batsman a bit less reaction time. Batsmen in cricket only have about 0.4 of a second to react. This is short and pulled away by Mohammed Jaffrey, the man in form. 4 runs there, 4 carreras, and he moves on to 48 off only 12 balls. And how's this feel for a statistic? He's got 48 off 12, so he's going at a strike rate of 400.
It's absolutely amazing, but don't bowl short.
Let's see if Sata Darwesh can come back as this one hits him on the pad. He's having a look, a long look, the umpire. And I think Mohammed Jaffrey's heart was in his throat there. Hit him on the back pad. Looked like he hit him in line with about leg stump. Perhaps the angle just taken a little bit further. We see there, yeah, perhaps hitting on leg stump or perhaps just outside, definitely going on to miss those stumps. Now we talk about strike rate. We had a question. Strike rate is on average if you scored 100 balls, how many runs you would score. As the next ball from Darwesh is down the leg side and called wide. Yeah, when we talk about strike rates, if you have a strike rate of 100, that means you are scoring at a rate of 100 runs for every 100 balls that you face. So what we find is in this tournament today, when batsmen have got going, they can go at 200, which is 2 runs for every ball faced, or even faster than that. In the case of Mohammad Jafri, he's going at with 4 a ball as the next ball is down leg side for another wide. Santa Darvesh trying round the wicket. Let's have a look at the wicket. What a catch it was, Philip. Swung away. What getting the job done.
Absolutely fantastic dive there from the German fielder Aziz Dawoodzi.
Was that a dab we saw out there? It was Aziz out there. Finishing with a dab. This one's is clipped off the pads for 4 runs. And that brings up his half century. Mohammad Jafri of only 14 deliveries. What a display of hitting from the Italian.
Absolutely, and that will definitely not please the German side. He is basically getting half the score on his own.
I don't think he's finished yet. He's thirsty for more. Mohammad Jafri. This is up, it's in the air. Third man coming around, falls safely on the bounce. Oh, and Fakar Ahmed absolutely sniped. He fell into the wickets. And this is a replay I want to see. Now, this is wicket-keeping 101 for you, Philip. Always know where the stumps are. It's important when you're batting, but also when you're wicket-keeping. It's Fakar Ahmed ending up.
Have you ever fallen into your stumps?
I've done it, perhaps taking a catch, but when you do it in a no-pressure situation, I'm gonna love this. Look at this at home. I've seen it once before, actually, in a T20. Look at Fakar Ahmed. He's too busy trying to watch the ball and tripped over the sticks. Oh well, no stumps were harmed in that play, so we're going to move on. Satadavesh round the wicket. Lift off his toes.
Just a single there, good backing up.
Nawaz scores his first run in ECL cricket. Shahrukh Nawaz. Big raps on him with the bat. Originally from Gujarat in Pakistan. This is Dawesh. It's up, it's high, it's over, it's Maximo! Mohammad Jafri. Oh, the show's not finished yet. And with 30 runs to get, this could be an early night, Phil.
It could be, but as I still feel with the German supporters at home, I hope there will be a miracle somehow. Another over by the spin bowler. Maybe he can do something with the ball now.
Well, they'll have to do it quickly because after 4 overs, the score is 74 for 1. It's a run rate of 18.5 and over. If they went at this rate, they'd score 185 in only 10 overs. It's the Mohammad Jafri show at the moment.
Well, Shahrukh Nawaz is basically the one who got them here into the ECL because he scored 170 runs in the rain in the final against Bergamo. So that's why they're here. So they're both mentally strong.
This is Isra Khan.
And he dropped it.
And that definitely came back quicker than it went down. It was a chance, albeit a very difficult one. That time it was Shahrukh Nawaz flat batting it back, and Isra getting in the way, but it couldn't stick for the catch. It's well bowled by Isra.
Good turn there.
Yeah, a bit of turn. Late in the day, the pitch drying out a bit more assistance for the spinners. Back live now. And again, strike 2. Shahrukh Nawaz. And I think if you're Nawaz here, especially after a couple of dots, you should be looking to perhaps work a single. I think Mohammad Jafri saying at the moment, look, Shahrukh, you just get a single and watch me put on a show here. We'll be in the pool in 20 minutes. Isra Khan showing some good skills with the leg spinners. This is tossed up. It's high and it's over for a Maximo. 6 runs. Shahrukh Nawaz with his first 6 in ECL cricket was tossed up by Isra, but Shahrukh said, I'm going to take you on. Cleared the long off boundary. So only 18 required now, not even at the halfway point. Next ball is cut away behind point. So Mohammad Jaffrey, and I tell you what, the wicketkeeper there, Fakar Ahmed, he was well away from the stumps as he took that return that time. He was having flashbacks there of tripping over the stumps in the over before. We'll make sure we'll get a video up of that. Hope you're enjoying the action here on the European Cricket Network or wherever you're watching around the world. Don't forget to follow the European Cricket League on Facebook as the next ball is up, it's high, it's in the air. Mohammad Jaffrey is out. A fantastic catch there on the boundary, but what an innings coming to an end. 59 off only 17 balls. He hit 8 sixes in that innings. That time it was high. Couldn't quite clear the boundary with Satya Darvesh on the long off boundary with a safe hand, but what an innings. 59 off only 17 balls. Strike rate of almost 350. That's good reward for the bowler Isra, who I think's bowled pretty well.
I mean, he was pretty annoyed with himself just now, but I don't see any reason. He did a fantastic job for the Brescia team. And, I mean, if there is no absolute miracle, anything is possible in cricket. It's never over till the fat lady sings, as my coach always said. But he's done a fantastic job for the team, and they will win it if nothing special happens.
Well, I think the fat lady's already come and gone. She finished her song. She's already in her swimsuit. So I think it's a matter of time here until the Italians pick off these final 17 runs. What action we're seeing here is Amar Khalid is going to come into the attack. First time at the crease for him. Spin bowler, favourite player Imran Khan. This is a full toss. Thanks for coming. Good night, Amar. Maximo. 6 runs for Amar Khalid. Didn't trust the pitch, said, I reckon I can do it on my own with the full toss. But that was an easy swing away there for the batsman, Nawaz, who moves to 14. Next ball is a better length. It's pulled away to mid-wicket. Rockets the return in, but well backed up there by Rashad Mahmood. No run. New batsman Hassan Ahmad, the keeper, at the non-strikers end at the moment. As we see Nawaz hit this one into the ground and well fielded by Amar Khalid off his own bowling, getting across there very quickly. So with only 11 runs required, it seems a matter of time until Brescia pick off these runs. He'll take the bait this time, up and over, Maximo. 6 runs, the second of the over, and Shahrukh Nawaz getting in on the party. More punishment for Amar Khalid, who's been welcomed to the crease with 2 sixes in his first over.
And I think Hassan Ahmad, the guy, the keeper, works in a chocolate factory.
So now they're 1 maximum away from victory. He's going to go for it. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Maximo. Game, set, match to Giandra Brescia, Italy, who've been very impressive today. First taking Catalunya in their first fixture, and now SG Findorf feeling the wrath of their batsman, who was raining sixes here at the La Manga Club in Spain, as they chase down their target in only the 6th over. So Amar Khalid has none for 18 off his 5 balls. And Philip, how did you see that one?
Well, I'm sad that Hassan Ahmad didn't get a bat, because I always like your comments about him. the keeper. Well, Germany just simply didn't have enough runs on the board. Even the penalty runs, due to time, didn't help them. And we learned that Brescia could be one to watch out for here in the European Cricket League.
Yes, they've certainly been the standout team for me today in Pool B. Brescia 2-0 after their first two matches, but just the sheer way that they have won their games, with Mohammad Jafri and Fiaz Ahmed at the top of the order, and even Sharaf Nawaz in that game, all showing that they could almost clear the boundary at will. So no score seems out of reach for them. It was an incredible run rate that they were going at in that innings. And didn't the spectators love it here at the La Manga Club in Spain? It's been a wonderful days of cricket. We've seen 6 matches of T10 cricket, and it's just been all action all the time. And I think we'll sleep well tonight, Phil.
Yes, absolutely. And now is the time when the temperature is really, really perfect. So I might use you as a keeper, and I'll have a few balls down at the pitch.
Well, actually, they've said we're running out of balls, Phil, so unfortunately I won't be facing your gentle off spin tonight, but it's been a fantastic day's cricket. And if you're new to cricket, if you're watching in Europe perhaps, or anywhere around the world, wherever you are in the world, you can find a club. Okay, have a look online, find your local association, get involved in cricket. It's a great sport for kids to get involved in as well. Kids love it, don't they? It's sometimes they call it, it gets in your blood. And with all the skills required, there's the batting, the bowling, and the fielding. There's plenty of skills to work on. And you could be out here in La Manga. What a beautiful scene it is. It's picturesque ground. The Rachel Hayhoe Flint Oval at the La Manga Club has seen the first day of the European Cricket League come to a close. 6 wonderful games of action. Every game really had something to offer for the spectators.
And what a great display of European cricket here in the La Manga Club. And everybody's enjoyed it. Everybody's played really fair. We've had wonderful catches. We've had wonderful shots. And we've had very good umpiring decisions. What do you think about the umpires today?
Well, the umpires do a fantastic job. It's not an easy thing being out there in the middle. I think they conducted themselves pretty well. They were strict but consistent on the wides. And they had the third umpire, which they used when they needed them. So that was the conclusion of match 6 of the European Cricket League. Now we've got Urvashi Yadav, who is with the man of the match, no other than big hitting Mohammad Jafri.
Okay, well, scoring 59 runs in 18 balls, 8 sixes, 2 fours, which makes the fours look really poor in front of your big hitting. Thank you very much for joining us. He's our man of the match, Mohammad Jafri. It's the second time. It's your lucky day, like I said, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's my lucky day, but I think credit goes to the curator of the pitch. He made a paradise of batting. I can't explain. It's very easy to bat on the wicket, where I just go inside and play a first ball like I just had the last 40, 50 overs playing inside the ground, and I enjoy a lot.
Yeah, definitely. As viewers as well, we really enjoyed your big hitting. And when you went into that, of course, you were also man of the match in the previous game. So full of confidence and nothing was bothering you at all, yeah?
Because you know that if you play good cricket in the last match, it's a history. When you came and play a new match, make some new things, the atmosphere is right now is different. The temperature is changed. In the noon, temperature is very hot and batting is more easier than this time. In this innings, because that time when you bowl into noon session, it's very difficult to bowlers. But in this session, I talked with my co-batsman and my team bowlers. Now I saved past 80 to 85 target, because right now the temperature is 25, 26, and with the heavy breeze, batting is difficult. But when I go inside, it's so easy.
Well, that's very nicely put. And of course, you've also played cricket around the world. You've also played first-class cricket for Pakistan. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience of having played international?
It's a very good experience. If you ask me about the European Cricket League, it's brilliant. I can't explain. I have no words to explain this gala. I think so that I can't think this event is too much bigger like that. And the coverage, the cameraman, all teams it's brilliant.
Well, it was brilliant watching you. Thank you very much and wish you all the best. Well, we also have the winning captain with us. Very cool and calm, of course. You won the toss both times, elected to bowl, super confident because of this man.
We have 6-7 batsmen, same like Amar Jafri. I say first off, starting the inning, maximum total reduce under 90 roundabout. Second time, I guess around about figure. First off, thanks my all player is outstanding performance both match and first match and this one, and no doubt man of the match Amar Jafri, outstanding batting. Overall, all player outstanding performance.
Yeah, because even with the ball, you were pretty bang on.
We have one problem in fielding, fielding very poor, but everyone trying to best. Then we recover in batting, bowling. This.
So that's your lesson for the day. Yeah, you want to improve your fielding going forward.
Yes, this always some like best performance in fielding. We can defend total 100 plus or more than 50 and 70s. But I think this is totally team credit.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Definitely, you guys put up a spectacle for us to watch. Thanks a lot.
Say thanks another time European Cricket League organizer, founder is a wonderful event. Thanks for us. Thank you.
Thank you. So, well, that was the winning captain, and basically nothing went wrong for them. It's over to you guys.
Thanks, Urivashi Yadav, for your work today on the sideline. Fantastic insights there into the pressure. Player of the match, Mohammad Jafri, and the captain, Ali Zahid. And let's look at the highlights of that innings. What an innings it was. It was almost highlights wall to wall, Philip.
It's amazing, the amount of sixes that Mohammad Jafri actually hit. And he just said to Urvashi that it's when you're out there, it's so easy.
No, I was raining sixes from all angles. Out of their 99 runs, there were 13 sixes. That is a massive 78 runs in maximums, which is about 80% of the runs they scored. So taking advantage of these 50-metre boundaries now, we thought we might catch that one as it sailed over our head. Then the refrigerator, Fiyaz Ahmed, was undone. And what a fantastic catch that was by Aziz Davodsi on the deep mid-wicket boundary line, hurling himself through the air. But then Mohammad Jafri said, leave it to me. It was maximum after maximum after maximum. He was no doubt the player of the game with his 59 runs coming off only 18 deliveries. No bowler was safe. Finally coming to an end there as he holed out to Sadadavesh down and long off. But it was to no avail as Amar Khalid came on and was summarily hit for 6 after 6 after 6 until the referee came out and said, that'll do, thanks boys, this game is over. And we see the total of 97 passed in only the 6th over. The scorecard there, just carnage on behalf of the Italian batsmen as they moved on to 99 for the loss of only 2 wickets.
Mohammad Jafri, of course, with his 59 runs from 17 balls. I mean, that is spectacular. Fiyaz Ahmed, he had a better game in the first one. He got 11, and then Shahrukh Nawaz with 26, also hitting massive sixes. And yeah, that brings it to 99 full 2.
And the run rate of almost 17 and over. You wonder if they faced the whole 10 overs, could they get something in the order of 170 if you're scoring at that rate? And it didn't make good viewing for the bowling card for SG Findor
Walaikum salam.
in their
Pressing
first
hai.
game as their bowlers consistently were hit over the boundary. didn't do themselves any favours at times, sending down.
Basta sa laro kabza tayar na karang.
And we see there, Iftikhar Khan just hit for 5 sixes in an over, his only over. That was a nice welcome to the tournament for him. But props to Israr Khan, who bowled very well, I thought, getting the key wicket of Mohammad Jafri when it looked like he might never get out. And he got 2 for 15 off his 2 overs. Definitely the pick of the bowlers for Findor.
Yeah, so we are looking forward to the games tomorrow, of course, because everything is still open, but of course some teams have put themselves in a very, very good situation today. Findor only had 1 game, so they really have to beat Catalonia and of course St. Petersburg, and well, if Russia beats St. Petersburg, they're definitely through.
That's right. It was a harsh awakening to the ECL for SG Findorf, but you're right, Phil, they'll have their chance to turn things around tomorrow. They'll be playing St. Petersburg and then Catalonia. If they win those games, they have every chance to make the semi-final. They could still be crowned the Kings of Europe. There's a lot of cricket left in the ECL. That was day 1 of the European Cricket League, live from La Manga in Spain. Please join us tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central European Time. That's 8 a.m. GMT, wherever you are in the world, for the clash between the Romanian champions Cluj and the French champions Treux. We have 6 more games of ECL cricket coming your way. Day 2 tomorrow. From now, this is Vinny Sandhu for the European Cricket Network, along with Philip Backstadt. Goodbye for now.
Have a nice evening.
Tranquilo, que se cuide un resguiol. Las